Coming down overnight into
Ooh,
this
it was
morning.
bad, Yanni.
Maybe a sign of things ahead for the week. Want to get things over to meteorologist Skylar Spindler. Good morning, Skylar.
Good morning. Yeah, we've been tracking these storms as they've been moving through in the overnight hours. So if you're just joining us this morning, you might have been woken up by some crashes of thunder around 2:30 this morning. That started to move through the area. We're lucky it's really moving out of here. So as you're starting to head out to your commute, getting on the roadways, we're really starting to clear up. So that's some good news. Right now, it's just over on the Cape area, starting to exit off to the east. So a lot of this should be out of the area by about 7 a.m. It should be completely out of here. But we do have more rounds that will be moving through here in the next couple of hours. Not as bad though, so that's the good news. So we're looking outside. You can kind of see off to the distance. That's that storm I was just showing you on the radar, and that's just way off heading out towards the Cape right now. Providence sitting at 65 degrees. Winds are out of the east southeast at about 9 miles an hour. So temperatures this morning as you're getting up, it's not too bad. We're in those mid 60s, some upper 60s. We got some 70s on the map. It's 70 in Norwood. If you're heading up to Boston this morning, it's 69 degrees. Over in Westerly, it's 69 degrees. Newport 68. So we've had those showers moving through. Now as we start to move in about the 8 o'clock hour, most of the heavier stuff that's already pushed off. But then we're going to start to get some scattered showers that are going to start to move into the area. So we'll get a couple of heavier downpours moving through by lunchtime. This system will push off, and then we'll just be left with some little leftover bits moving through the area in the afternoon time. So that's what we're expecting today, just those scattered afternoon showers. We're going to see those temperatures in the mid 70s. Some of us will get to about 80 degrees today. We'll keep the winds out of the southeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. I'm going to have more details on your forecast and how to plan your week coming up in just a moment.
All right, thanks, Skylar. We have developing news now at 6 o'clock. Jamestown fire crews busy this morning over water. With summer heating up, tourists may find it tougher to visit Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. We'll explain why. Skylar?
Well, we've been watching these storms move through in the overnight hours. The good news is they are starting to move out. So if you are heading out doing your commute this morning up 95 heading up towards Boston, we do have some rain still coming down in this area and even over to 93. So give yourself a little extra time on the roads. Here's a look at the New Bedford 4-day forecast. You got some 70s here with those scattered showers and storms warming up towards the end of the week. I'm going to have the full 7-day and how to plan the rest of the week coming up after the break.
It's not a small check. It's,
appropriate. That's why you should.
Meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
We've been tracking the storms that have been moving through in the overnight hours. They're quickly moving off to the east now, so that's some good news as you're heading out the door, maybe doing your commute up towards Boston. Here's a look at the radar. So we do still have some lingering showers just north on 95 and up by Norwood if you're maybe shooting over to 93 to head up into Boston. Just still some leftover showers there. Most of this is moving off, but this long line is really what we're watching. So we're still going to be catching some of these scattered showers from this as it starts to move in later on today. So we'll get a couple more that'll start to pop into the area as we get into the next couple of hours, but not near as bad as what we've been seeing in the overnight hours. So right now as we take a look outside, starting to clear up a little bit better. We got some sunshine popping up out over here. Clouds are still lingering around. Providence is 65 degrees. Winds are out of the east southeast at about 9 miles an hour. So temperature wise, as you're getting up, getting going, we're mostly in those mid to upper 60s. We've got a couple of 70-degree temperatures. It's 70 in Falmouth, 70 in Norwood. It is 68 in Newport right now. So on the future cast, as we start to get into the 9 a.m. hour, again, we'll mostly clear up a bit. We'll get a couple of scattered showers. They're going to start to pop in again. So I showed you that long line of storms. So we're going to start to catch some of that as it moves over by us. So again, we'll catch a couple of these showers, a couple of little thunderstorms, very small, nothing like what we've seen in the overnight hours. A lot of this, we're expecting it to track off to the stay kind of off the coast and along the Cape area. So for us, just expect some scattered showers today, a couple of thunderstorms this morning, and as we start to head into the afternoon hours, again, you can kind of see just some scattered light showers. We're going to stay mostly cloudy for the day. Some of us might get a little sunshine here and there, but again, we'll keep having these waves move in and out throughout the day today as we head into the evening hours. So what you can expect for today is those morning storms, most of this moving out, but we'll catch some more here in the next couple of hours, and then we'll have some more scattered afternoon showers. Most of the temperatures around the area, we're going to stay stay in the 70s today. A few of us will reach 80, but we'll keep the winds out of the southeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. So overnight tonight, we can expect some of these showers to kind of pop in. Some of us will see a little bit more than others as we get into the early morning hours. So again, just be aware we could catch some of these showers that are moving through just because we still have some more activity that's going to be moving across. So timing wise, a little tricky right now. So just be prepared for some scattered showers to be moving into the area. So for the 7-day forecast, we're going to keep the temperatures in the mid 70s. It's going to be pretty mild. So tomorrow we'll catch some more scattered thunderstorms. And then by the time we move into Thursday, again, we'll warm up. We'll start to get some of those scattered thunderstorms in the area. Same thing for Friday. Saturday's not looking so bad. It looks like most of it is going to stay to the north and west of us as of right now. We'll be warming up to about 80. So we're going to say we're mostly dry on Saturday. By the time we get to Sunday, it looks like the rain's going to start to move in early morning hours. We'll stay in the 70s for the day. We'll get that rain shower starting to move in early Sunday morning, and that'll move through the day with us. So good news is we got Saturday. Bad news, Sunday looks to be half and half right now. By the time we get into Monday, we do start to dry up.
All right, Skylar, thank you. We'll see you in just a bit. It is 6:19. The standby list for ferry service.
Skylar Spindler with your forecast on the 6. Hey, Skylar.
Yeah, we've been tracking these storms in the overnight hours, pushing on out already to the east. So that's some good news. So that helps your commute this morning as you're heading up 95. A few showers left over around the Boston area, but good news, this should be all cleared up here shortly. So shouldn't really be impacting your commute now. But really what we're watching, we're really tracking this long line of storms that stretches all the way down. So really this one I think is what's going to end up moving up into our area later on. So we'll still catch some of the edges of these storms as we move through today. We'll catch some rain showers as we head through the day today. That'll start to move through in the overnight. So morning storms, most of these have moved out. We do have a few more that'll pop into the area in the next couple of hours. We'll have some more scattered afternoon showers, just as you saw there just a moment ago. Keeping the temperatures today in about the mid 70s. A few of us will reach 80, but most of us will just be in the 70s today. We'll keep the winds out of the southeast, about 5 to 15 miles an hour for the 7 day. Just expect some scattered showers just about every single day of this forecast. Saturday not looking too bad. Saturday seems to be looking pretty good right now. We seem to be clear for most of the day, mostly dry on Saturday. But Sunday morning looks like we're going to have the rain showers moving in early morning hours and lasting through the day. Temperature wise for this forecast, we slowly start to warm up as we head into Monday.
Good morning, Skylar.
Good morning. If you've been just not joining us right now, we've been tracking these storms all morning. They started to move through the area about 2:30 a.m. So it could have woken you up with some of those loud crashes of thunder as it started to move across the area this morning. The good news, it's already starting to exit off to the east right now. So Providence is mostly cleared up. We're just left with a few lingering showers, but most of it's sitting off of the Cape right now. Really what we're watching out of this, look how long this system is, running all the way down off to the coast of New Jersey. So this is kind of off the Jersey shore. So here's what we're watching for the day. This is the generated track of what we're looking at. So these scattered showers will be moving into the area. So we'll see a couple of rounds moving in and out. So looking outside, we see the clouds starting to part ways a bit. So we might catch some sunshine here, but for most of the day, I think we're going to stay mostly cloudy. A couple of bits of sunshine popping in and out throughout the day. Temperature 65 degrees in Providence, winds out of the east southeast at about 9 miles an hour. Temperatures this morning around the area, most of us in those mid to upper 60s, a few 70s. It's 70 in Norwood. If you're heading up to Boston right now, it's 69 degrees. So here is a look at the future cast. So that line of showers, this line of storms I was showing you, we're expecting this to start to move in. So we'll catch some of the edges of that moving across the area here later on. So expect a couple more pop-up thunderstorms here and there. Not what we've seen in the overnight hours, much lighter, but again, we could have a couple of heavier downpours with this as we start to move through the day. That that area that we showed you that was down in New Jersey, this should be moving across our area around lunchtime today. So that will finally make it up into the area, push across our area, exit out, and be leaving us with some of these scattered showers as we head through the rest of the day. So this is what we're expecting for today. We'll keep the temperatures pretty mild in the mid 70s, some upper 70s and low 80s around the area. Winds out of the southeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Those storms this morning end up turning to afternoon scattered showers. I'm going to have more details on your full forecast coming up in just a moment.
All right, thanks, Skylar. We have developing news now at 6:30. Jamestown fire crews busy this morning over on Homestead Court. Our ABC 6 News
Areas to see the rare sight next year. Skylar.
We've been tracking those storms that have been pushing off to the east. Now, luckily, they've already moved out of the area, and those are heading offshore, but we still are watching this long line, so we're going to be catching some more activity from this as we start to head into the later morning hours. New Bedford, here's a look at your 4-day forecast. We'll keep you in the 70s. We've got those scattered showers this morning and some thunderstorms popping into the area tomorrow. 73, but warming up as you head towards the end of the forecast. I'm going to have the full 7-day coming up after the break.
Call the Car Wreck Pro at 1-800-LAW-1222. I'm attorney Rob Levine, the heavy hitter.
The perfect talent to drive your business forward with BJ's Temp Service.
Spindler.
We've been tracking the line of storms that have moved through the area in the overnight hours now. They have finally exited off to the east. Few lingering over on the Cape, but right now here's a look at the live radar for the area. So just some showers lingering around the area, but as we take a wider view, here's really what we're looking at. We're watching this entire line that stretches all the way down off the shore of New Jersey. So we're really watching this one. So this is going to be moving up through the area. A lot of this is going to be skimming by us. We'll be catching some of these scattered showers as we head through the day today and even in the later hours. So outside, you see some of the clouds trying to part ways a bit, get a little sunshine coming out. We'll see that throughout the day today. So we'll keep a lot of clouds around for much of the day, but again, we'll teeter in and out with seeing some of the sunshine coming in and out. Providence is 65 degrees right now with the winds out of the east southeast at about 9 miles an hour, and the temperatures around the area are in the mid 60s and upper 60s for much of the area. It's 70 degrees in Norwood. It's 69 in Boston. We have 68 in Newport right now. So again, here's that long line that I was just showing you. So as we start to move through the morning hours, again, you can kind of see just some of this just scattering out. And so that's why we're going to be catching some of this as we get into the next couple hours. Could be a couple little thunderstorms here and there, not like what we've seen in the overnight hours. It'll start to lighten up a bit. We'll catch some of these rain showers as we start to head into the afternoon. So it gets a little better as we start to head into about the 4 o'clock hour. Again, we can see some of the areas where the clouds kind of start to move out a bit. Catch some sunshine outside. So here's what we're expecting for the day today. Most of us will stay in those mid to upper 70s around the area. A couple of us will hit the 80-degree mark, but we'll have those AM storms, so the morning thunderstorms. Those will pretty much move off by the time we get into the afternoon. It's just mostly going to be scattered afternoon showers around the area. So as we start to move into the overnight hours, we're going to catch some of these scattered showers as well. So again, that's going to be mostly moving by us. I think we'll stay, depending on how the system moves in and out of here. Again, we could catch some of these lighter showers really as we get into Wednesday afternoon. We've got more thunderstorms that'll fire up to the west of us, and that'll push across the area. So we're still going to be keeping these scattered showers in the forecast for much of the week. Now, the good news, it's pretty mild outside, though the humidity levels are on the rise. We'll get up to almost 80 degrees by Thursday. Again, scattered thunderstorms for the forecast for Thursday and even into Friday. Saturday's looking pretty clear right now, so we'll look to start to be mostly dry for Saturday. Sunday, however, it looks like the rain chances are going to start to move in early morning hours and stick with us throughout the day. So we'll have those scattered rain showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, but more good news is that it looks like we're drying up for Monday.
All right, Skylar, thank you. Ralph Yarl, the Kansas City teenager who was shot after mistakenly going to the wrong home to pick his brothers, is speaking this morning exclusively with ABC News.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has a
Let's get one last look at the forecast. Here's Skylar.
Well, those showers and thunderstorms that move through the area in the overnight hours. It's really moved off to the east, so just left with a little bit of the shower activity off the Cape right now. If we look at the live radar, again, you just see some of those showers, but really we're just tracking this long line that's even all the way off to the Jersey Shore. So this is going to be moving into the area. We're going to be catching some of this as we head through the day today. So expect some more thunderstorms to pop into the area this morning, mostly around New Bedford area. Again, we'll be getting a lot of that rain activity moving across our area throughout the day today. It'll start to turn more to shower activity as we head into the afternoon. So here's what we can expect for today. Temperatures will be in the mid 70s, some upper 70s, and a couple of you will get into the 80s today. We'll keep the winds out of the south-southeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. And as we head into tomorrow, we're going to have some more shower and thunderstorm activity starting to move into the area. So you can kind of see there's a lot around us for tomorrow. So we'll start to see some of these fire up to the west of us and start to move into the area. So for the 7-day forecast, we're going to keep these scattered showers in the forecast. You can kind of see here, temperature wise, we'll be in the mid and upper 70s as we start to head into the weekend. Saturday looking pretty good. We're going to stay mostly dry. So Saturday looks to be like the day to get out and plan some things, as Sunday not so much, as we have more scattered showers moving into the forecast. But Monday we start to dry up.
That's all for now. Good Morning America is coming up next.
Be sure to join us for ABC6 News at noon. And for the latest news, weather, and traffic, abc6.com is always on.
You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC6.
Let's get a look at that first forecast this morning with meteorologist Skylar Spindler. Good morning, Skylar.
Good morning. Yeah, we've had some of these storms that have moved through in the overnight hours, so you might have been woken up a little bit around 2:30 this morning with some of that rumbles of thunder we heard out there. Moving through pretty quick over the last, we can see here this loop in the last 6 hours. But here's what we're looking at right now. Still a lot of it in the area. This will be pushing off here later on this morning. And so some areas, because we're having such heavier downpours, we do have some flash flood warnings in effect until 7:45 a.m. So again, just give yourself a little extra time. Some of these are pretty intense. You can kind of see some of the darker colors here as this is pushing off. But again, most of this should be moving off the area by about 9 a.m. this morning. So here's what we're looking at outside. Yeah, we got some raindrops here on the tower cam. It's coming down right now, so we got some pretty good rain coming down in Providence. 64 degrees, winds are out of the southeast at about 6 miles an hour. Temperatures right now, we got some of that rain-cooled air. We're in those 60s here through Providence, up to Smithfield 67, moving on up to Norwood 71, 70 degrees in Boston right now. It's 70 in Westerly. So future cast as we head through here the next couple hours, you can kind of see that line of storms here, and this will start to push off out of here in just the next couple hours. So we're expecting this round to move out. We got some more moving in later on this morning, but the heavier stuff should be exiting out here soon. So today we're going to see those temperatures in the 70s, a couple of us hitting 80 degrees today. We got those morning storms, then we'll have some scattered afternoon showers and late morning showers moving in our way. I'm going to have more details on your forecast in just a moment.
Skylar, thank you. Our top story this hour at 5:02, police in Newton, Massachusetts arresting a suspect in connection to a triple homicide.
Tuckett and Martha's Vineyard. We'll explain why. Skylar?
We've had heavy storms moving through in the overnight. Right now we have a flash flood warning. That's going to be for Bristol County. So if you're in Tiverton, Fall River, New Bedford areas, Newport, use caution this morning out on the roads. We have heavy downpours coming down, so some low-lying areas could be flooding. I'm going to have more details on your forecast coming up after the break.
You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC6.
Behind the back.
No look.
ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
We've been tracking these line of storms that have been moving through in the overnight hours. Probably woke you up this morning as these started to move in the area about 2:30 this morning, pushing on out to the northeast. So these are moving a little bit faster, but here's a look at the live radar. So right now we're looking at Newport County, Bristol County. You are under a flash flood warning until 7:45 a.m. Now this system has a lot of heavy downpours, so if you're in Fall River, you're in Bristol, New Bedford, Newport, Tiverton, any of these places, Dartmouth, you guys are having some really heavy downpours right now. So use caution heading out. Anywhere that has a low-lying areas, you could experience flooding this morning. So give yourself a little time on the roads today. We're looking outside this morning, rain coming down here in Providence. It's 64 degrees. Winds are out of the southeast at about 6 miles an hour. So temperatures around the area waking up a little cool right here, 67 in Newport, 65 in New Bedford. It's 70 in Taunton right now, 70 degrees up in Boston if you're heading up that way. So these storms should be moving out here in just the next couple of hours. So we should see them moving on across the area. And then we got another round that's going to pop in, not near as severe as what we're seeing right now. But we'll catch a thunderstorm later on around lunchtime, and then we'll just catch some scattered showers moving through the afternoon. So as we start to move through the day again, some of the light scattered rain. So just know this morning we have these AM thunderstorms. That'll be moving out in the next couple hours, and then we'll have another lighter round of thunderstorms moving in around lunchtime, but then that quickly moves out. Temperatures today, we'll get in those upper 70s and 80s around the area. We'll keep the winds out of the southeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. For tomorrow, as we head into the overnight, we'll catch some rain in the overnight hours, and then again we'll kind of see some of this popping up again tomorrow morning on our commute. And then we've got a couple more rounds that'll be moving in behind us. You can kind of see this system we're going to be watching as we head into tomorrow as well, as that starts to approach our area. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. So we are seeing those temperatures today in those upper 70s, mid to upper 70s around our area, and then we're going to be getting into about 79 degrees for Thursday. So we've got a lot of these scattered thunderstorms moving through the area for the week. Just a lot of unstable air mass moving through. So we can see those temperatures moving on up even by Saturday in the 80s. But again, we're going to keep these scattered thunderstorms in the forecast for us.
Yeah, looking rough out there. Hard drive this morning too, you know?
I know, and so as we're looking at all of this, you know, you can kind of see just through the day, here's all these different scattered thunderstorms. So it looks like Saturday is going to be mostly dry, but you know, I don't know, guys. I wish I had better news for you, but maybe Monday, as we turn the corner, maybe we just dry up.
Do we have a pick of the week? Skylar's
No.
pick of the week?
No. I don't.
She picks nothing.
Sorry, I'm picking nothing. I'm going to
The
stay
whole week,
neutral on
nothing.
this here. Everything is just...
Oh, it's tough. I know.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to call it? I feel like this is kind of a typical New England forecast now.
Absolutely. Yep.
This is what I'm thinking. A typical summer forecast. You get those thunderstorms, those rain showers. Yeah, I'm getting it figured out.
Unsteady. Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one.
Just ugly.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry.
hopefully we'll get pretty.
Yeah. No, I mean, these are not washout days, so that's the good news. You
Sure.
know, we're not going to be total washouts here, but you know,
We'll hope for better next week.
Yeah.
Let's take
We
the
keep
good.
looking to next
Yeah.
week every
Wait,
time.
I know, we're always looking. Well, how about next week?
Yeah.
How about the next one? But you know, I think maybe we'll turn the corner a little bit once we start to get into 4th of July.
All right. Fingers crossed. Thanks, Skylar.
Might be some bad weather for this next story for the people that are going to be on that, right?
I know. This is a tough one, too. Right here, the standby list for ferry service to Nantucket.
Yeah, you know, we've had those storms that have been tracking through in the overnight, and so you probably were woken up this morning around 2:30 as you started hearing the rumbles of thunder and the rain coming down. Those are tracking out of here right now, so here's a look at the current radar of what is going on. So we do have a flash flood warning in effect. That's going to be for Newport County and for Bristol County right now. That is until 7:45 a.m. So Bristol, New Bedford, Dartmouth, Tiverton. If you're anywhere in this area, low-lying areas are likely to be flooding just because of the amount of precipitation and rain that's coming down currently. So give yourself a little time this morning. If you have to take some different roads, just make sure not to cross any water over the roadways. Just play it safe this morning. This will be moving on out in the next couple hours. We'll clear up a bit, then we'll have some more scattered showers moving through, not near as heavy as what we're seeing right now. Temperatures today will be in the 70s. A few of us reaching 80 degrees today. We'll keep the winds out of the southeast about 5 to 15 miles an hour. One last look at that 7-day forecast. We got the 70s here. We're going to have a lot of scattered shower activity, rain showers, thunderstorms for this forecast, not washout days. So that's some good news. You'll be able to salvage your days. We'll just have to plan accordingly as we move through the week. Saturday right now probably is looking like our best day. We're looking at 80 degrees, mostly dry. That's the best I can tell you for Saturday. But we'll keep those temperatures in the 70s, 80s, a typical July New England forecast.
Taking a look at a rainy Washington Bridge right now with our ABC6 Skycam. If you're hitting the roads early this morning, please drive safe. Let's take a look at some travel times. All right, let's do this. Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. I'm Tara Lynn Azak. It's 5:30.
And I'm Yanni Tregelis. Let's get you a look at that first forecast with that rainy start to the day. Skylar, those raindrops still falling this morning, right?
As we've been getting our morning started, you probably got woken up in the middle of the night with some of the thunder and the lightning crashing around about 2:30 this morning. It's moving out pretty quickly. It's starting to die down in our area. So this is the loop over the last couple hours, watching it move off to the east-southeast. And here's a look at the live radar. So right now we do have a flash flood warning. This is in effect for Bristol County, Newport. So this area, so if you're in Tiverton, if you're in New Bedford, if you're in Dartmouth, any of this area where the red you can kind of see here, just give yourself a little extra time if you're heading out on the roads this morning. Just because of this increased rate of rainfall, we've seen really heavy pockets of downpours coming down, making it a little bit unsafe heading out on the roads, especially in low-lying areas. So right now we're looking outside, a lot of raindrops in Providence, not so bad in the Providence area. Most of it's already starting to push on out. Now this will be lifting off here in the next couple hours. So Providence 65 degrees. Winds are out of the east-southeast at about 7 miles an hour, and the temperatures this morning as you're waking up, not too bad. We're in the mid-60s, some 70s around the area. We'll be getting our morning started here, getting those raindrops moved out of the area. A lot of this should be lifted off and out of here by about 8 a.m. So pushing off, and most of this, couple little sprinkles here and there you'll catch, and then the next round will start to move in at about lunchtime. So we'll catch some more afternoon scattered showers. So just know these storms will be pushing off. The afternoon one's not near as bad as what we're seeing right now, especially with these heavier downfalls right now with the rain. Temperature wise today, we'll get into those 70s, some 80s around the area. Keep the wind still at about the south-southeast, about 5 to 15 miles an hour. I'll have more details on your forecast coming up here in just a moment.
All right, thanks, Skylar. We'll be sure to check back in. Our top story at 5:30. Police in Newton, Massachusetts, arresting a suspect in connection to a triple homicide that happened in the city on Sunday.
And super fans already making plans for the next solar eclipse. The best areas to see the rare sight next year. Skylar.
We've been tracking the storms moving through the area through the overnight hours, starting to move out of here now. We do have some flash flood warnings for Bristol County and for Newport County. So if you're in Dartmouth, you're in Tiverton, any of these areas here in the red, give yourself a little extra time this morning. We've had a lot of really heavy downfall of rain moving through, so roadways could be flooded, especially in low-lying areas. So just use a little caution this morning heading out. And New Bedford, here's a quick look at your 4-day forecast. You got those morning storms, those will be passing out. We got a few more popping in here in the next couple of hours. We'll keep those scattered showers around for the day. You'll be in those mid-70s today and tomorrow, warming up as you head through Thursday and into Friday.
Bathfitter is a better way to remodel your tub. A custom-made watertight fit and high-quality materials mean a beautiful tub and a great value. Bathfitter, it just fits.
Including hundreds of thousands of customers now without power while dealing with the heat.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker meteorologist, Skylar Spindler.
We've been tracking the storms in the overnight hours. So if you're just now joining us, we've had those rain showers and thunderstorms moving through in the overnight hours. Some areas much heavier than others, even waking up about 2:30 this morning to the lightning and the thunder that was crashing outside. This is really starting to move off. This is our satellite and radar over the last 6 hours. And now you can see here on the live radar, a lot of this already pushing off to the east. So this should be exiting out of our area entirely here in the next hour or two. So we should be expecting it to be mostly clearing the area by 7 a.m. and then some lingering leftover showers out of here by 8. We'll get another round that'll be moving in later on this morning, but here's a look outside. Already starting to clear up a bit. We can already see it off into the distance here. So clearing up in Providence, it's 65 degrees. Winds are out of the southeast at 8 miles an hour. Temperatures around the area. We got some mid-60s around the area, some 70s already, 70 degrees in Norwood, 69 in Boston, and 69 in Westerly. So here's a look at the future cast moving through the morning hours. Like I said, a lot of this will be pushing off to the east, and then we're going to get another round. So this is kind of a longer system that stretches further south. So we'll catch some of this that'll move through the area around lunchtime, so about 11 a.m. depending on where you're at. So 10 a.m. at the earliest into 11 noon, and then we'll be left over with some scattered showers as we start to head into the afternoon hours. Nothing like what we're seeing right now as we get into those afternoon hours, and this will finally start to clear off as we head into later on today. So we can just expect those morning storms to be pushing on out pretty quickly. We'll have a few more popping through here later on in the morning. And then by the afternoon, those scattered showers, temperature-wise, will be in the upper 70s and some low 80s. Moving into the futurecast for Tuesday and overnight hours, tonight, overnight into Wednesday, we'll see some of those rain showers. Again, not like what we've seen, but we've got some more lines that'll be moving through on Wednesday, so we'll probably expect another line of heavier activity in Wednesday night. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. We do have those mid-70s for the first part of this. Tuesday, Wednesday, moving into Thursday will be upper 70s, pushing 80. So scattered showers, scattered thunderstorms for us. These are not washout days, so that's the good thing. We'll catch those rounds of thunderstorms and rain showers, and then they push on out, clearing up. So that's kind of the good news here. Saturday is probably our best day. However, we still have a chance of some showers in that forecast. But nonetheless, I'm sorry, that's all I got for you guys.
Well, last weekend ended up being really nice on Saturday. It rained all day, and then it cleared up at night, and it was absolutely beautiful. So I'll take that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, hopefully some of these will push out very quickly, timing-wise, like it did last weekend.
Yeah.
We got really lucky, especially on Sunday. So maybe we will again this weekend. We hope that it pushes on out pretty quick. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for the good weather.
Keyword not washouts, so still some hope.
Yeah, still some
Grill,
Yes.
enjoy the beach, something like that on the 4th of July
Yeah, as long as
weekend.
there's not any lightning, we should be good for that. All
Okay.
right. So if there's lightning, stay indoors. However, if not, you're good to go.
All right, Skylar, thank you. Let's take a look at some entertainment news now at 5:50 as Indiana Jones swings into theaters once again this weekend. Star Harrison Ford and cast and crew, they celebrated the 5th and final movie. And let's take another look at the forecast. Here's Skylar.
Yeah, the rain's been moving out pretty quickly, so that's helping us with our commute this morning. You can kind of see here on the satellite and radar loop over the last 6 hours how that system started to move through. It started to pop into the area about 2 a.m., pushing across, and now we're looking at the live radar on where it is. So it's mostly moved out of Providence, out of New Bedford, so this is really just tracking across. Now it's getting ready to start to exit off the Cape area, so we're expecting all this to be completely out of our area by about 8 a.m. So that's the good news. We do have another round moving back in here later on, not as heavy as what we're seeing right now. Temperature wise, we'll be in those 70s and some couple of 80-degree temperatures around the area. We'll have some afternoon scattered showers as well. So for the 7-day forecast, we'll keep our temperatures fairly mild, not too bad. We'll be in the mid 70s, upper 70s with those scattered showers. Not a total washout here, but just be prepared for some typical end of June, 1st of July New England weather.
Thanks, Skylar. It's 5:57.
And still to come on
is trying to come out, and boy, I am loving it because the drive in early this morning when me and Skylar get in, I mean, our alarms go off at God knows, you don't even want to know. But driving in here, lightning, rain, complete darkness. What a change right now, Skylar.
Yeah, it's pretty nice looking out on the tower cam because we have some little spots of sunshine beaming down. Not everyone's seeing some sunshine right now, but we're getting pretty lucky. Here's the satellite and radar over the last couple of hours. So you can kind of see that a lot of that shower activity and some thunderstorms kind of moved across not really the Providence area, but looking a little bit more over here to the east. So most of it has been staying along the east side, along the Cape area. Providence faring pretty well. Unfortunately, when you have the sun coming out like this, that's going to destabilize the atmosphere. And you know what that means? That means we're going to have some more showers and thunderstorms popping up as that happens. So here's a look at the radar. We're just taking a look at what's going on. So we have this system that is stretching all the way down, and that is starting to work its way up into our area. So Providence, 70 degrees right now. Winds are out of the south-southeast at about 16 miles an hour. Sun's trying to come out, is trying to warm up. But as soon as it starts to warm up, we're going to start to see more showers and more storms popping up. So here's a look at the temperatures around the area. 68 in New Bedford, 73 in Norwood. Right now it's 72 in Boston, 69 in Westerly. So it's been a bit of a slow go, a lot of cloud coverage, a lot of rain moving around the area. And again, we can just see just how large this system is. It's bringing a lot of the instability to the area. But as we get into the 1 o'clock hour, again, we can see a lot of these scattered showers around the area. So as we get into later on this afternoon, just expect a lot of it just wind down a bit, but most of us will stay mostly cloudy for the day. A couple of us will get some sunshine, like Providence, seeing that sunshine right now. And so by the time we get into about the 6 o'clock hour, back into those lower 70s and upper 60s. So for the rest of the day, we're just expecting just those scattered afternoon showers, if possible, isolated 1 or 2 thunderstorms popping up, keeping the winds pretty light today as that system rolls in. I'm going to have more details on your 7-day forecast coming up here in just a moment.
Skylar, thank you. Now an ABC 6 News update. New details today in the Scout scandal that's brought attention to the actions.
ABC 6 Storm Tracker meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
Well, we've been tracking these storms that have been moving through all morning. So they started at about 2:30 this morning, moved through the area. This is the next wave that moved through over the last couple of hours. So right now, here's what we're seeing on the radar. So just some of this staying off the Cape area. This is going to be moving across. So right now it's over Nantucket, but most of us pretty clear. A couple of little scattered showers popping up on the radar. But if we kind of zoom this out into a wider view, you can kind of see now what's left of this. So now this is kind of shifted, moving up from the south, moving across our area. So right now the view outside, not too bad. Got some sunshine coming down. We can see in the distance the clouds. So depending on where you're at, Providence is catching a little bit of sunshine right now. It's trying to come out. We're trying to get some sunshine, but it keeps moving in and out. So those clouds do keep taking over. It's 68 degrees. Winds are out of the southeast about 15 miles an hour. So temperatures around the area. So we are seeing those temperatures warm a bit. 73 in Norwood, it's a 73 in Smithfield. So it's not too bad. 68 in Westerly. So as we start to move through later on today, you can kind of see just some of these scattered showers and the instability in the atmosphere with a couple little pop-up storms here and there. So it's not going to be anything super heavy. We'll just be catching some of this as it moves through the area. A couple of isolated thunderstorms that'll pop into the area. Nothing like what we saw this morning. By the time we get to the 6 o'clock hour, we'll be back into those upper 60s and low 70s. So for the day, for the rest of the day, we're going to stay mostly cloudy, a couple of little pockets of sunshine here and there. And then we could get a couple of afternoon scattered showers and a possible thunderstorm or two. Temperature wise, we'll be in those 70s. We're going to stay not too much warmer than where we are for now. So comfort index, listen, it's muggy outside. So we're teetering on the line of cool and muggy and hot and humid. So as we get to that mid-afternoon, we're just kind of right on the edge here. This is going to be with us for much of the week. And as we get into tomorrow, here's what we can expect. So again, we'll have another quick round of thunderstorms moving through the area. These will push out and it's going to be kind of what we saw today. So again, we'll see some more of these pop-up isolated storms and showers moving through the area. A lot of them staying mostly to the north of us, but we will definitely see this for the rest of the week. So here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Keeping the temperatures in the 70s for much of the week. We do start to warm up as we head into the weekend, but we're just in this unstable pattern. We're going to keep this with us. We don't really see any clearing just yet. We do have Saturday. Saturday's looking to be mostly dry. We will catch a little bit of rain on Sunday, and then Monday is drying out as well. So I think we'll start to turn the corner as we get into next week, which is what we're always doing. We're always looking ahead, right, Carolyn?
Yes, absolutely. All right. More.
Be very upset with all of us.
Generation Gap premieres Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Here's a look at the satellite and radar. We've just had some showers move across. This is over the last couple of hours, but you know what? We're starting to clear up a bit. We'll still catch some of these spotty showers and a couple of thunderstorms moving through the area for the rest of the day.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Watch